Now, for the last part, I will briefly discuss about animals and research. And the question here is whether or not doing research on animals is a justifiable mean for the sake of science. Especially keeping in mind that some of these procedures can be painful for the animal. And it is important to consider that some studies are really hard to perform on humans or computer programs. Also, when it comes to studying humans, they have a lot of confounding variables within that, things like previous experiences. Therefore, done in animals because although animals and humans are very different, we still share pretty similar psychological traits and physical characteristics. Luckily, the negative past of animal research has given way for more ethical entities and ethical codes. Entities like the Institutional Animal Care and Use Committees, which take the job to regulate and create the laws for animal research. Not only that, but also researchers that use animals for their experiments follow the rule of the 3 R's, which stand for replacement, reduction, and refinement. 3 R's come as alternative options for researchers when it comes to doing experiments with animals. So in this case, replacement will be to replace or avoid the use of animals and go instead for maybe looking at possibilities with humans or even computer programs. Should make sure that the population that is being used for the experiment is the one that is strictly necessary. So no more or no less than what is strictly needed in order to protect the safety of those animals being used, especially if there are painful procedures in the case. Refinement makes sure that painful procedures are the least painful they can be, and they're also going to make sure that the animal receives the dignified treatment that it deserves from its birth, from his or her service until their death. One of the most important things to keep in mind is that animal research nowadays is extremely different from what it used to be. These animals get the supervision that they deserve, and actually research on them is only used as a last resource after all other options have been assessed and declined. Then lastly, it must be mentioned that the service that animals have provided for humanity is what keeps contributing all these crucial discoveries for the benefit of all of us.